The quant price in the 4-hourly time frame broke above this trend line, which has been acting as resistance for a long period of time in the 4-hourly time frame. Unfortunately, right now it looks like we fell back into the trend line. We fell below the trend line and is now converted to resistance yet again, because once we broke above it, it has flipped to support. But it looks like we failed to hold it as support right here. And yes, we fell back below the trend line, and now it's acting as resistance, as you can see right here in the 4-hourly time frame. However, I just realized something bullish for the quant price in the 4-hourly time frame. That's why you guys must watch this video until the very end. But before I begin, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to consider subscribing to the channel. It only takes like 2 seconds of your time, and it really means a lot to me. Let's begin. So right now we are inside the 4-hourly time frame, and right now we have fallen back below the trend line. Yes, this trend line has been acting as resistance in the 4-hourly time frame for a long period of time. Right here, right here, right here, and right here, and right here. So this is looking pretty bad for the quant price in the 4-hourly, because previously we broke above this trend line. I said it's going to be really bullish if we break above. In my previous video, let's have a quick recap. I said right now this is going to be looking really bullish for the quant price, because this will be the decision point whether we're going to be forming higher highs or lower lows. Because once we do break above this trend line, I said it's going to be bullish, because this will be flipped to support, and that's just a signal, or that's going to be indicating that we're going to be starting a new uptrend, and that will mark the end of this downtrend, or this pullback basically in the 4-hourly time frame. However, right now it looks like this breakout we had right here was a massive fake out. But yes, we had this massive pump to the upside. However, that's pretty good. I said at some point we're going to be having a squeeze right here between resistance and support right here. A squeeze and then a massive breakout to the upside. We did see that happen right here. But again, it looks like this pump was a massive fake out, because we broke above and fell back below this trend line. And now it's acting as resistance right here yet again. However, I just realized something for the quant price in the 4-hourly time frame. Let me show it to you guys right now. So pay close attention, because I just realized, or I just saw this new bullish pattern, which is of course this massive inverse head and shoulders pattern right here. This is the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder completing this inverse head and shoulders, which is usually, or basically, a bullish reversal pattern to the upside. So as you can see clearly right here, if you're paying attention at the chart right now, this is clearly an inverse head and shoulders pattern right here. Left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder, forming this inverse head and shoulders. A very, very huge inverse head and shoulders in the 4-hourly time frame. It's a reversal pattern. Could this be bullish? Yes, I think so. Now let's measure the targets right here. So we're going to draw the neckline from here to here. That's the neckline. So of course, not all patterns play out. Like I've said, this could not play out. This could be invalidated right here if we don't touch the neckline, or if we don't break above the neckline. This pattern will of course be invalidated right here. So that's one thing you guys should remember. This pattern can be invalidated. However, if this actually plays out, this will be very, very massive for the quant price in the 4-hourly time frame in the short term. Now let's mention the target if we actually do break above this neckline right here. Okay, the confirmation is a break above the neckline. Failure to do so will invalidate this pattern. But what is the target? So if we were to break above this trend line in the 4-hourly time frame, then that would bring us to a price target of 154 US dollars, marking the bottom for this overall downtrend right here at around 108 US dollars. Yes, this looks like a massive reversal pattern. Yes, if you guys Google it up right now, an inverse head and shoulders pattern is a reversal pattern. It's a bottoming pattern that is formed after or at the end of the downtrend, and now it looks like we might reverse to the upside if we actually do break above this neckline. That's a confirmation right here. But of course, if we test the neckline and fail to break above it and we get rejected and dumped to the downside, that is the pattern invalidated. So keep in mind this scenario right here. And I'll update you guys in my next video. So of course, don't forget to subscribe, guys. But let's move to the weekly time frame right now. looks like the quant price is still intact. I mentioned this bearish pattern right here, this broadening wedge, and I said a break below the broadening wedge will be dangerous because that will increase the chances of this being a corrective wave to the upside before continuing to the downside, forming a lower low in the weekly. I mentioned two scenarios in the weekly. One is the bullish case and one is the bearish case. The bullish case is right now we are on track for this wave 3 right here, targeted at $400. And to confirm that move, we must break above the swing high right here at $193. So far, we haven't even tested this crucial level just yet. So yeah, that's a confirmation. But of course, if we fail to break above this important level and we get rejected, that increases the chances of this being a corrective wave to the upside before continuing to the downside, forming a lower low. So it's very important that we break above this swing high right here to confirm the move for the wave 3, target at $400, because again, if we never ever test this important level, then that will increase the chances of this move being a massive ABC wave to the downside right here. Basically in the weekly, that's a bearish case. That's basically my summary for the weekly time frame. Keep in mind of these two scenarios, the bullish and the bearish case, and also watch out for the inverse head and shoulders pattern in the 4-hourly short-term time frame, because this is a massive bottoming pattern forming right in front of our eyes. But also, I forgot to mention that right now, since we are back below this trend line, I want you guys to expect that this will be acting as resistance right here. So whenever we pump to the upside, this will act as resistance. So that's just a warning to you guys. And I expect that for some time we may be spending time, of course, dumping to the downside. But again, keep in mind, if this inverse head and shoulders pattern plays out, that's going to be massive for the quant price in the 4-hourly time frame. So that's a quick update. If you guys want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, then don't forget to sign up on Bybit using my affiliate link, and you guys can get up to $30,000 in bonus as well as 0 fees. This is for experienced traders only, and don't forget to join my Discord server where I post daily market signals and updates to my videos.